Greetings everybody and welcome back to Ingenarius Cuborum, my Let's Play of Minecraft featuring the Feed the Beast Ultimate Pack. Last episode, I built part of an auto-sorting system using applied energistics with the ME controller and a number of barrels, and I've since expanded this wall out to a full 40. I've also built 40 barrels on this side, but only 4 of them are actually connected to the network. And the reason for this weird setup is because I'm not actually going to connect everything to the network on this side quite yet. I simply don't have the resources to do so. So, what I'm going to do is craft myself... I think I'll go ahead and craft myself one of these ME chests. So I need to get myself up to a conversion matrix. Now, I've also made some of these plans here. In case you're wondering, the empty plan is an indigo dye, and it specifically has to be indigo dye. You cannot use lapis lazuli. Don't ask me why. But you have to use indigo dye, and a piece of paper will get you a blank plan, and then a blank plan with the recipe in the project table will allow you to click a special button that will turn it into a plan to make a particular item. Alright, now I need a conversion mate. And I think I want to go ahead and craft... Did I dare say 8 of these? Yeah, I'll say 8. So I need the basic processor assembly plan. Now it is shift right click to take out one at a time. So 16 redstone. And I keep forgetting that I have to click escape on that. Now I need 8 silicon. So for that I need to basically smelt 8 of my quartz dust. I am running a little low on quartz dust. And my ability to get more is actually a little bit limited at this point. Remember, I want the quartz dust in there. I'm in the process of using this setup over here for ore processing, which is why I put my powered furnace over here, so that I can smelt stuff related to applied energistics, while my industrial craft setup handled my ore processing. I will have a more permanent solution later on, but for right now it's not a huge deal. Besides, it's more a question of getting the resources. Alright. At any rate, the 8 silicon here. And now I can make 8 of these basic processor assemblies. So let me go ahead and get my conversion matrix up and running. I'm going to go ahead and right click and that gets out half a stack. And I need a quarter stack of redstone. I also need a quarter stack of quartz crystals. So go ahead and put the quartz crystals in here. And now I need to smelt my basic processor assemblies into basic processors. There we go. This is full. This one's full. And I turned this off a good while ago. But boy, does that lava last a long time. At any rate, that means that the powered furnace should smelt with some speed. 10 ingots, which I have to remember to put back into the system. I'll go ahead and smelt up some gold into ingots while I'm here. And then in just a moment, the last basic processor should come out. I'm going to go ahead and make my way back over to the storage area. Throw in the basic processors and craft all 8 of my conversion matrices. At this point, I should have everything I need to craft my ME chests. So now the recipe for an ME chest is a conversion matrix, 2 glass, a regular chest, and 5 iron ingots. So, let's see. Go ahead and grab myself 16 glass out of there. Yeah. Go ahead and put the glass up there. The conversion matrix. Let's see here. 2 per chest. So 16 planks. And I've got a second project table over here, thankfully. So go ahead and craft myself my 8 chests. Put the chest in the middle. Iron ingot. And I need a total of 40. And one of these days, I will remember that hotkey. There we go. So now I'm going to go ahead and put my ME chests down. Let me think. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'll put number 8 there. And I have to remember to grab another cable. I still have one, thankfully. There we go. Now, I can right-click the interface. There is one slot up there, and that takes a specific type of item. And then I can't do anything with any other slot. Now, that's fine for the time being. I still have a bit more crafting work to do. Let me go ahead and put my tin up. Wrong key. Now, as much as I'd like to have this ME4K storage, it's going to be really expensive. I'm going to need 8 more of these basic processors just to get them up to 1K storages, and I think that's as far as I'm going to go. So I need 8 basic processors. Thankfully I have the basic processor assembly plan still. So 8 more gold, 16 more redstone. Grab myself 8 more quartz dust. Head back over here and process this quartz dust into silicon. Definitely the 1K is going to be the right call here. I don't have the resources for 4K. Let's see here. Switch this out again. Check the status of this. Yeah, ooh, it's storing quite a bit of it. Storing quite a bit of power. Still got easily half a bucket of lava left. Is it wrong of me to be concerned about that? I mean, especially as that's all of the redstone energy cell I have at the moment. I mean, I could use one to power the quarry, but I'd rather not at this point. There's, I think, one other thing I need to do. There we go. At any rate, grab my basic processor assemblies, which I then need to smelt into basic processors in my powered furnace. Grab some more gold out of there. Switch over the gold dust. Might as well put the gold into the system. I have a place for it at this point. Alright. Making my way back over here. I don't know if this will be done at this point. Not quite. One more to go. Give it a few seconds. There it is. 8 ME basic processors. Not too shabby. Alright. Go ahead and get rid of the plan. Put the basic processor in the middle. Okay, so I need half a stack of redstone and half a stack of quartz crystals. Go ahead and grab half a stack of redstone. Wait, no, redstone goes in the corners. Go ahead and grab half a stack of quartz crystals and put them on the edges. Gah. There we go. And now our 1K storage cells require an additional 2 glass, 3 redstone, and 3 iron. So I need 16 glass, 24 redstone, and 24 iron. There we go, that works for me. Let's go ahead and put the iron on the bottom, storage cell in the middle, glass in the top corners, and fill the rest with redstone. And there we go. We now have our 1K storage cells. Now here's the important thing. If I put a 1K storage cell in there, suddenly I can actually start putting stuff in this chest, which is nice. So I'll go ahead and put 1K storage cells in here. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Alright. Now I don't know if I can quite get everything in there, but it should get me a good ways at least. But at any rate, I think I'm going to just start pulling stuff out, really where I can. Just try to pull random stuff out of there. I don't want to put my ores into the system, but as you can see, it's pulling stuff out. And it's supposed to be going into one of these. It's going into this one. Okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. Now, let's look at my power usage real quick. 77 units a tick. Remember, my effective limit is 160 on 4 geothermal engines. I might craft an extra 4 of those geothermal engines off camera. But for right now, it's not a huge priority. Go ahead and swap this out again. Might as well. Want to mind where I'm going. I mean, yes, I do have a jetpack, but I prefer not to use it if I don't have to. Alright. And that actually might well be the last time I have to use that input chest. In fact, I think I can go ahead and delete it altogether. Yeah. Alright. Let's go ahead and put the chest of the minium stone in here. Go ahead and grab myself 12 iron ingots. But 4 with the minium stone gets me the ender pearls. You've seen me do that before. Now, where are my blaze rods? They're over here. Okay. And now, what I want to craft is this ender chest. Alright? So I need a chest in the middle, 2 obsidian on the sides. Let me think. Do I have wool in this system? I do. No. Wool. Excellent. Okay. Let me think. I think it's that on the bottom, that in the middle, right? Yeah. Blaze rods in the corners. Go ahead and grab my obsidian. And before I craft one, I want to make sure I have the materials for a second. There we go. There we go. And now I have 2 ender chests. I'm going to go ahead and lay one down there. And I'm actually going to keep it white, 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 which is the default. Let me have a look here. Alright, I think blaze powder is on this wall, which means that it's not hooked up to the system yet. So I have to manually grab it for the ender pouch. I also need 1 more wool, which I might as well while I'm here. Alright. So go ahead and grab a wool, I think goes... No, not an ender chest. I want an ender pearl there. Oh no, I want the ender pearl in the middle, wool on the bottom. Now, where's my leather? Is it all on the other side? I think it is. Yeah. I mean, the moving of stuff from this area over here is definitely going to be an off-camera sort of task. Just by its very nature, really. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and do that like so. And that's going to give me an ender pouch. Alright. Now, the ender pouch is also set up to white, white, white. And now, I'm going to go ahead and head over to my mining gauge. Now, this chest here is where I want to have the actual, the ender chest. But I have to clear it out first before I can use it as an ender chest. And I have to be careful not to put the ender pouch in there. Alright. And you saw it emptying out quite efficiently, which is nice. Alright. So now I'm going to go ahead and load up this second bit of cobblestone here into my ender pouch. Finally clear this up. Go ahead and empty that out. Now, I actually do need to clean this up off camera. Once I guess that I have just this ender chest, I shall return. Alright. Well, I've got the chest cleaned up. So at this point, this quarry setup is almost as simple as could be. You've got golden pipe leading from quarry to ender chest, and you've got a set of, I forgot, redstone energy conduits. All it needs is a redstone energy cell, and the quarry will start running. As you can see, items are making their way into the chest. And yeah, and they're getting spit out of the chest in fairly quick order, which is nice. I don't know that I dare add a second one of these redstone energy cells to this quarry. I don't think I will at this point. I'll probably just wait for that one to get done before I add the second in. In the meantime, there is one other thing I would like to do here in the overworld, and it should hopefully save me some trouble, especially as far as lighting is concerned. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and spit out 2 blocks up there. Sandstone goes there, and in case you're wondering, that barrel up there, my initial thought was to have smooth sandstone in there. I came to the decision that glass would make more sense than smooth sandstone. I didn't expect to have enough smooth sandstone to justify its own barrel. So, yeah, glass instead of smooth sandstone. Now, let's take a look at our Wrath Igniter recipe. Alright? I need 4 dark iron ingots, 2 silver ingots, 2 glass panes, and a Wrath Igniter. Alright? So let me go ahead and grab my dark iron ingots. Let me think. There we go. Grab my Wrath Igniter out of there. See, silver. There we go. And 6 glass. Alright. Now I can turn the glass into glass panes. Now put the silver on the top and the bottom. Dark iron in the corners. Wrath Igniter in the center. And that gets me 2 Wrath lamps. And now, let me think here. Yeah, I'll leave what's in there for the time being. So I'll go ahead and put a wrath lamp there. Wrath lamp there. Get rid of my torches. Get rid of all of the torches around here. In fact, I'd probably even go so far as to say get rid of even these torches. Yeah. As you can see, it is pretty well lit, and that's purely a function of the wrath lamps, even where other areas are dark. That's well lit. That's what the wrath lamp does. It acts, in terms of lighting, it's almost like sunlight more than it is like a more conventional artificial light source like a torch. Alright, I gotta say, I like how this is looking. I really like how this is looking. I'm gonna go ahead, I think, and put up my water bucket as well. Might as well. And with that, this seems like a good enough place to end the episode. This has been Ingenarius Cuborum. See you next time, everybody!